Spread between 4th and 6th Streets in downtown Minneapolis. We welcome you inside spacious U.S. Bank Stadium. Tonight, we close out Week 7 together with a good Monday night matchup, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Minnesota Vikings. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They'll try and start this drive in the air. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. Right away, they rack up 10 yards on their first play from scrimmage.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. He's across midfield. And finally down at the 32-yard line. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone. This time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll drop to throw. Got a man. That's Ayuk. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Boy, no problems getting down the field here on this opening drive. They've looked really sharp in the early going, and they've come up with some big plays already. Here's another that's going to set up first.
And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Marcus Davenport able to record his 5th sack of the season. So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. He'll look to throw. That's complete right around the 8. They'll give him a dozen on the pitch and catch, but now they're up against a 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers.
Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby.
A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the 49ers will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Moody good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. You look at this Niner defense. Coming into this one, ranked number 19 in the NFL against the pass.
And even though that's not the greatest ranking in the world, one thing you can say, they get after the quarterback. They're in the top 10 in the league in sacks.
And they'll get 8 out of just before being stopped at the 28.
That's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
Off the play fake, Cousins. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Jadeveon Clowney coming in to drop him for a loss of 8. And it also brings up 4th. So on 4th down, Ryan Wright on to punt for Minnesota. Pulled in at the 24. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
18, 5 in. Cowboy 80.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. This one caught by Kittle. It's another 1st down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass in the first drive. It comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the 1st down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
18, 18.
Back to throw again. Touchdown! Brandon Ayuk, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Niners have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Now Moody for the PAT. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And this is caught out in the left flat. And he gets in. But no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down 15-0 here already, needing to jumpstart this offense. 1st and 10. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit, and find our way back into this game.
To throw, Cousins. Buying time to his left. Just a crazy throw there, and it's intercepted. Now he's free at the 35. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there. That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, Defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. That's for the former Alabama man, Cameron Latu. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not
touchdown 49ers. Brandon Ayuk with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Niners have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he will have a first down as they get into the ground at the 37. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
Come on, let's go.
50 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Those are the types of run, Charles, that they say this first-year running back can provide a lot more of in the future.
He made it look easy, didn't he? Picking up that first down. Some have described him as a diamond in the rough with a lot of polish, nice little buffing. This guy could be one of the top backs going forward.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On third down, they run with Madison. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up fourth down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So on fourth down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked by Cameron Bynum. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Here's second and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage. And now 3rd and 11 coming up. We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Now Cousins here on the bootleg. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. That's going to bring up fourth down. Only a gain of 2 there. Joseph's got it. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. 23 yards, the final tally.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. They'll roll him out right.
They'll get this into the hands of Ayuk.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the 1st half.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a 1st down himself.
Back to throw. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. 1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
Open man is Duvernay.
And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. They give him a dozen on the pitch and catch, but now they're up against a 3rd and goal. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
And it'll be intercepted.
Andrew Booth picks it off, and he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this 1st half.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Vikings set to receive the 2nd half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect 2nd half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. They'll try and run this one right up the gut.
68 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
That one definitely helps as they try to push the ball down the field here, trailing early in the 3rd quarter.
And even though they're trailing, not abandoning the running game. People may call it an adjustment. I think it's just much more sticking to what works for you and continuing to have faith in it. And the running game is starting to pay off.
A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. That one good for 37 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Consecutive runs of 6 yards gives them a 1st and 10.
Well, partner, the defense isn't going to adjust, and they keep giving them those 5, 6, 7-yard runs over and over. They're likely to run it the whole way to the end zone. They'll be more than happy to take the yardage available and save some of their other plays in the playbook for another time.
On 1st and 10, Cousins rolling to his right. And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down. A costly penalty there. A lineman got downfield, and for the moment, that cost him 6 points. Now we've got movement up front, and I think this is going to be on Minnesota. Cousins now. This one caught. It's the tight end Hawkinson. Touchdown, Vikings. T.J. Hawkinson, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Vikings are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. Greg Joseph on for the extra point. And he's got it. That makes our score now 22-10. Decide fairly early here they need the ball back, so here's an onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
Ready? 60 Vikings, 60 Vikings. Check, 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 check. 19 Lions. Hurry, 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 hurry.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Cowboy 80. That's it. Mustang 19.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Devin Duvernay, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point try now for Moody. And that one makes this a 19-point game. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Now he's loose at the 40. And finally they get him to the ground, but it's all the way down at the Niners' 28. 129 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Terrific run from one of the fastest backs in the game today. A guy who keeps defensive coordinators up at night, no doubt.
Remember when we were meeting with the D coordinator before the game and all he talked about was run fits, making sure our guys were in the right place so there were no creases?
They missed their fits, didn't they?
Yeah, there was no fit there. The only fit was at the end when he threw his headset down after that big run.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose one or two.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They'll try to throw now. Cousins completes it to the fullback hand.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. On 3rd down, Cousins. Throw left side complete. That's Osborne. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 23 yards on the play.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after the throw. And they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. A great effort there. His 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And they fake it. They pitch to the tight end. And the Vikings are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them to do that? What was
maybe
that?
they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents. I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Ready. 60 average. 60 average. Ready, go.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. That's complete out left to Ayuk. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's 2nd and goal.
60
Now this is going to be a quarterback draw. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. It's their quarterback. scoring on the 2-yard keeper.
And the 49ers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Now Moody for the PAT.
And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20.
Next score, Niners 36, Vikings 16.
Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
No gain on the play there, second down.
He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground.
And this will be a Vikings first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
He continues to have a big night here under the lights carrying the football.
And some guys prefer night games. For whatever reason, their bodies react a certain way. They love the spotlight. Maybe that's what it is. The best seats in the house, the ones where he's carrying the football for his offensive teammates. The worst seats, the 11 guys trying to tackle him on defense.
And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down.
Jadeveon Clowney able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
This one caught by Osborne, right side.
But he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
Well, every lineman knows the rule. You only get a 1-yard buffer beyond that line of scrimmage, and then the flag is thrown, and he got tagged for it there.
Following the penalty, they'll go back to the run game. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Cousins.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Osborne. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Ayuk bringing it in on the crossing route here. Down inside the 10.
Touchdown, 49ers.
Brandon Ayuk.
His 3rd touchdown of the game, 10th on the year.
And the 49ers are able to add on to that lead. Moody good with the extra point.
And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27.
Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
On second down, they'll run it here. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Here's Madison running on first down. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 2.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. On second down, they'll run it here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down.
157 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
They go play action. Cousins. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But a Viking was able to corral this one, and Minnesota will keep possession.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
On third down, they're going to run for it here. And they will get this across midfield, but still well short of the first as he's dropped at the 46. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down. Escaping the pressure right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs.
Rig! 60 Bobcat!
That one looks like he'll throw here. That's out to Chubb, complete. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Here we go, set! 18 Cardinal!
Now they'll throw here, out of the gun. Flush to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
That's caught downfield by Kittle. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 15-yard line.
So the victory here for San Francisco, and it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse breaks out like that, you say he caught a flyer out of the gate. And that's exactly what this team did today. I mean, they jumped out there, jumped on them, and were never headed.
So for San Francisco, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, things are definitely going south quickly as they fall now to 1-6. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.